We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Rush in. Jam him. Jam. Under 10. Cowboy 80. 10. Check the backer.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey to about the 35, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
18 Cardinal. Go.
Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. On the move past the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Check 20. 19.
Here's Herbert. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Even. 25. Check 25. 60 Bison.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Bronco 80. We got 4. Go trap. Switch. Check nickel. Tighten up.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll run here with Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Isaiah Spiller punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Red, cycle. Ready, go.
Play action, now it's Tua. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7.
Jake Bailey sets the kickoff.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 29 is mine. 19 Lion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Ready.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Claws, 10. 6. Mega. That's hot.
Tua going to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
52 blue.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey,
Steel, black.
Mike 6. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Kill.
Check Fury.
Kill.
Hut, hut.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Hey, check Mike 6. Mike.
Smash, smash.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Green Jack.
Mike 6.
Hut, go.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
Single.
Black shot.
And it's fourth down.
Hut, hut.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And he will have a Dolphins first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
Check Mike 6. Know your job. Shift.
Ready, go.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7. Jake Bailey set to
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougar 19.
Watch twist. Showing 8, showing 8. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Come on, set. Black 40. Fury, yellow.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Here we go.
2 and now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. Nice.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. Being chased out left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Rip right.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. McCann's kick up and good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Hey, what's the Puka 19?
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll give to Spiller. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Hey, turn it up. Joker.
McCaffrey not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Check Bobcat. Check 49.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Blaster, 6. Ultra.
No, off. Mike 6.
Ready, go.
On play action, here's Tua. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
45.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to pass. Tua. It's Jackson again on the reception. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Mike 6. Who that?
Striker. Check striker.
Bang.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Claws raised.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is McCaffrey on the give. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. McCaffrey. Oh, it's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Christian McCaffrey, 71 yards. And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mike.
Red, cycle.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Fresno.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11.
Steal. Check steal.
Watch safety creep.
6. Mega.
Safety's creep.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Okay, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
SOS.
Ready, go.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, check mega.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Come on, set.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Watch the out.
Set. Punch.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Set.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Green Jack.
Cut. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. I'm coming after you. Mike 6.
Set. Cut.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alec Ingold, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 178 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
Herbert.
I smell fear in that offense.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Herbert.
Watch the blood. Motion. Blood.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
79 Bronco. Hey, check.
He runs. Mike, check 33. Rip left, go.
Throwing, Herbert. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds right around. The 10-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. Complete to Christian McCaffrey. Still and go to go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Down, 45, white.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Fury, yellow.
You better get ready, quarterback. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Ready, go.
Now Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win. Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. Well, what a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that.
And now off to the races down the right side.
The greatest
and
show on
all
earth,
the way in for a Charger touchdown. All told, that a touchdown run of 60 yards. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but They still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way until postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Ready, ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Mike 6.
Needle blue.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready, ready.
Here's Tua.
Jackson's got it over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Ready, ready.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And picked up by the Chargers. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.